Not the Crocs. Hold on. Welcome to day 9 of Pulling Up with Your Kitty, where we release everything that no longer serves us, the negative emotions, the trauma that are stored within the walls of our hips. And we break them open, shake them up, and release them so that way we can invite new energy, the energy that brings us closer to spirit, aligns our mind with our body so that we walk in purpose and towards what we really want in life and letting go of what no longer serves us. I think I got that one down pat now. It kind of seems like a slogan. You know where to go. Get into your child's pose already, would you? Come on. Bring those toes apart. Toes together, knees apart, and then start to bring your hips back towards your booty to your heel. Walk your hands out away from you. Elbows stay off the floor. Can you massage your head side to side, right in between your eyes? Starting to get a good breath in. And the word of today is overextension. So there's a hyphen between it, so it's a one word. Now, overextension. We sometimes think that when we're working out, we have to overextend ourselves, to push our limits, to go beyond the barriers that we think we're capable of doing. But sometimes that can lead to more trauma in the body, where we overextend ourselves and we think that it's doing good for us to push ourselves past these limits, but really it's causing more pain and tearing within our muscles, and it takes a longer time to heal. Where can you think of this concept of overextending in your life, where you are doing too much? Maybe you are people pleasing, or you are doing more than what your body is asking you to, more than what you know you should, because you're trying to please the people in your life, or you're trying to gain approval, or you're trying to just get an outcome. You're trying to take control of your life and make the outcome that you have in your mind of what your life should be, where you should be in life right now, what it should look like. So we're going to stay with this idea of overextending and feeling when we should stop, when the overextending is too much and we want to extend to the point that we feel safe in, that we know that God is telling us this is exactly where we should be right now, and you do not have to force anything. Slowly start to walk your hands towards your knees and bring those knees together. Ooh, my hips don't hurt that much today compared to normal. I think we're doing good. Okay, so toes are flat. Can you start to round your back and arch your back? We're getting into cat-cow. Exhale to round. Press the floor away from you. Rounding your back so much. Exaggerate it. Look at your knees. And then inhale, drop your belly, look up. Neck is long, looking up high to the ceiling. And exhale, press away from the floor and round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round, 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 round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale, one more round. Can you tuck your toes under? Hover your knees off of the mat 1 inch. Hold exactly where you are. Round your shoulders, tuck your stomach in. You're holding for 3. You're breathing. 2, 1. Lower your knees exactly where you had them before. Don't shift, don't rock, pause. And now slowly bring those knees off the floor 1 inch. Hold, round your shoulders, press away from the floor, micro bend in your elbows. You're hovering those knees for 3, 2, 1. Lower them exactly where they were. Hold, don't move a muscle. Inhale, knees come up. Holding for 3, 2, 1, lower. Bring the knees out wider, toes are together, and lay the feet flat. Walk your hands towards you, slowly coming up. Arms are reaching up high. Inhale through your nose. Can you sit your hips back? And now push your arms back behind you as you bring your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, straight line from your head to your tailbone. Round your back. Exhale, push. Inhale, hips back. Nice long spine. Head in line with your hips and squeeze your glutes. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes, push. One more time, activating the glutes for our workout today. Are you happy? It's a glute focus day. You're like, oh wait, I do want to overextend for glutes. I want to grow my booty. All right, now bring your knees together. Round your lower back. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Start to pedal out your feet, bending one knee at a time. Nice long spine, looking at your toes or between your feet, and bending one knee at a time, pedaling out the feet. All right, both heels towards the floor, nice long legs. Press your hips back. Can you take your right leg up to the ceiling? Without shifting your weight over too much to the left leg, keep your hips looking at the floor. Can you take your right foot outside of your right hand? Low runner's lunge, back leg is straight. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Right leg goes back up to the ceiling. Press it back, downward dog, single leg here. Now bring it back towards the floor. Can you take your heels towards the floor? Refocus that weight into your heels. Left leg comes up. Can you bring the left foot outside of your left hand? Hold that runner's lunge. Can you slide your foot back a little just so you can get deeper? And we're holding for 3, 2, 1. Leg back into the sky. Shift back, single leg, downward dog. And bring that left foot back towards your right foot. You're back in a regular downward dog. Take your right leg back up to the sky. Step it outside of your right hand. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down to the floor. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, back to the floor. One more time. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, back to the floor. Step your right foot back, you're in a plank. Step your left foot forward, runner's lunge. Hold, left arm comes up. Bring it down to the floor. Inhale, arm up. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, arm up. Exhale to the floor, step the left foot back, plank. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Downward dog, press it back. Now shift between your downward dog to your plank. You press your shoulders over your wrist, plank. Inhale. Exhale. Sending your hips back, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, plank. One more time, exhale, hips back. Inhale, find that plank, hold for 3, 2, lower your knees so slow to the floor. Knees go wide, child's pose. So that was our warm-up. And we were just getting the muscles ready to engage. And now they're awake, realizing that, hey, we have things to do here. But we know that we're only going to go to the point that we tell ourselves is good for us. Is it pushing or is it overextending? We don't want to overextend anymore. So let's teach the body the difference between going a little bit further to better ourselves or overextending. Now, take your hands in line with your shoulders. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Take your left leg out to the side. Now you're gonna lift that heel up, foot up, everything up. That whole leg lifts up 1 inch. Remember with these, we've done these before. Make sure you're not having your hips look out to the side. They're both square to the floor. Round your lower back, tuck your pelvis and lift. Get it to the line of your hip. Anything past that is overextending. Lift it up, lower back down. Now at your pace, you're going up for 3, down for 3. Nice and slow. Round your lower back. Press into your right knee to keep you leveled. Have your hips look at the floor. Nice strong leg. It's as straight as possible. You're stopping at the line of your hip. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Can you keep it up? Bring it back behind you. Hips are looking at the floor. Round your lower back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bring it back. Squeeze your glute. Round your back. Exhale, forward. In line with your hip, bring it back. We don't go past the hip. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bring it back. Take your knee into your chest. Exhale. Round your spine. Now keep your heel very close to your glute and bring it up. Squeeze. Inhale, round the back. Exhale, keep the rounding in the back. Exhale, squeeze the glute. Beautiful. You're moving here, squeezing the glute every time, trying to keep the rounding in your back. And every time that you bring that knee in, round further, keep the rounding in the lower back to extend. Round your little worm, and then extending out to squeeze. You have 4. At 1, you're holding it up. 3, 2, 1 more. Heel towards the glutes, extend it up. Now take the knee out to the side. Bring it back in. Out to the side. Bring it back in. You should feel this so much in your right glute. It's hurting. Your left hip is working. You have 2. Keep it high. This last one. Extend the leg out. Kick. Come back in. Kick. Come back in. For 4. Toes are pointed. 3, 2, 1. Lower it. Child's pose. Whew. Take that left leg, sweep it back behind you, all the way, and take a seat. Both knees are on the floor. Back leg is behind. You feel this in your right glute. Sitting back just a little bit. Now rock yourself up, swing it out, and back in. We're in all 4s. Everything's happening on the other side now. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. I'm sure there's no benefit for you not seeing my legs, so let me take it on out. Right leg is out. Can you send your hips back for a quick child's pose? Elbows can drop to the floor. Send your weight into your heels, and then slowly come back up. Pick up your leg straight, toes are pointing towards your face. Keep your hips square to the floor. Knee, left knee is holding on to a lot of your weight. Micro bend in your elbows and up to the height of your hip, no more than that. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. You have 2 more. You're going to keep it up on this last one. This last one, keep it up, hold, bring it back behind you. Keep it in the same line as your hip, round your lower back. And bring it back, squeeze your glute. Round your lower back. And back in. Ooh, bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. 2 more. You have 1 more. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Don't lose it. And knee into your chest. Whew. That's where you catch your breath. Ready, heel towards your glute. Bring it up. And slowly right back down. Round your back, head towards your knee, and then keep that rounding in your back. So you'll notice I don't do a full arch and round. It's mostly the rounding. And then a slight arch, just keeping the back rounded. Press out. Slowly back in. And round it in. Is my blowing in the mic annoying? Almost there. You have 4, 3. Squeeze your glute at the top. 2. 1 more. Keep the knee up. Turn the knee out to the side. Slowly back in. Try to keep the heel and the glute towards each other. Out. Try to keep both hips looking at the floor. Out. Ooh, micro bending that elbow to support you. Keep it up. Oy vey. 4. Almost there. Are you overextending? Do you need to rest? Or are you helping yourself right now? 1 more. Keep it out. And kick. Back in. Kick. Back in. 4. 3. 2. You have 1 more. Drop it. Drop it. Oh my goodness. And arms are straight. Bring that right leg to sweep behind that left leg. Drop both knees and rock back. Slowly pick up that knee. Bring it back to center. You are in all 4s. Okay. Tuck your toes under, back to a downward dog. Heels are going towards the floor. And now take your right leg back up to the sky. Get it in line with your leg. From your head to your leg should be a straight line. All the way forward through the toes, from the top of your head to your toes. Now take your right knee towards your chest. And then drop your foot between your hands. Squeeze your thighs into each other. Both hands lightly coming off the floor to slowly come up. You have a straight line from your head to your toes, so you're not fully up. Now holding here, take your arms forward, take off your back toes off the floor, reach, come back, hands back to chest, bend the knee, reach forward, come back in. Trying to press your right toe so hard into the floor, your heel is pressing so hard, let your knee go over your toes, reach, slowly back down. Low, you're out for 4. Squeeze your left glute and your right glute as you come up. 3, lower slowly, ooh. Balance that ankle, 2. And 1, hands to the floor, leg to the floor. Back leg is straight, step it in 1 or 2 times. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Holding for 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Press your weight back. Bend your back knee, head going towards your knee. Hold for 3, 2, 1, rock it forward, walk your hands forward. Take your back leg, step it back all the way, you're back in the deep runner's lunge. Walk your feet all the way over to the left side of the mat and drop your knee. You're in a pigeon. Drop your back knee. Can you bring your elbows to the floor? If that is overextending, if you ever feel like I'm doing too much or too little of what you do where you feel comfortable. So it could be hands, it can be back here, it can be all the way down onto the floor and dropping your head. Feel this in your right glute, in your hip, holding for 3, 2, 1, walk your hands back towards you. Tuck your left toes, pick up your left knee. Right leg lifts to go back into downward dog. Pedal out your feet. Both heels towards the floor. Left leg goes up to the ceiling in a straight line from your toes to your hand. Take your knee into your chest, step your left foot right in between your hands. Squeeze your thighs into each other, round your lower back, and slowly coming up, head in the same line as your right toes. As you press those arms forward, pick up your right leg off the floor, reach. Slowly come down. Now I have a horrible left ankle, so in order to stabilize it, remember to think between your left toe pressing so hard, your heel pressing so hard as you shift your weight forward. And lower back down, bend your back knee, lift. Lower back down, squeeze your glutes, stick it up. lower back down. You have 4. Press into your left big toe. 2. Heel is pressing hard. Last 1. Can you hover? Can you hold a little longer? And then lower down. And triangle pose. Take your right foot to step a little closer to your left. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Holding, trying to keep the legs straight. A little bend for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, step the right foot all the way back. You're in a deep runner's lunge. Tiptoe your left foot all the way to the right side of the mat. Drop your knee. Both knees drop. Ooh, this is good. And drop onto the elbows. Stay up on the hands or walk your hands forward to get your head to tap the floor. This hip. Now they have a saying that the right side of your body is a reflection of the issues you have with your feminine energy or like female wounds in your life, and that the left side is your masculine energy and the men in your life, and that when you have issues with either left or right, it's telling about the relationships you have in your life and those energies. So like if your left hip is tighter than your right, then maybe you have some more, maybe father figure, relationship-wise, friends that are males or masculine energy that you have to work through. And it's normally, my left. Slowly get yourself onto your hands. Tuck your toes under. Pick up your right knee and you're back in a downward dog. One heel at a time, pressing towards the floor. Can you take your heels together, toes apart? Bring your knees apart to drop your booty into your heels. Walk your hands all the way towards your feet. Can you drop your feet to the floor? Widen out your stance. Rock yourself side to side. Can you take your hands off and rock? One knee pressing down, other knee as you twist. Going side to side. Can you drop both heels to the floor? Round your lower back, slowly come up. Slowly coming back down. Send the knees out. Hold. Round your lower back, slowly come up. Slowly come up, slowly come up. Round your lower back, press your knees out as you drop. Can you get them wider, wider, wider? Hold. Knees are so wide, round your lower back. Squeeze your core. One last time, lift. Lift, lift. Your last drop, try to get those knees out as much as you can. Are you overextending or are you underextending? Hold it. 3, knees out wider. 2, 1, hands to the floor, drop the knees. Whew. And turn around. Toes point towards your face, flex, and lower 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, let's take our knees in towards our chest and rock ourselves side to side. Grab onto your right heel. So you're coming from the inside to grab onto the heel, to then slowly start to extend out away from you. Holding for 3. Can you straighten out a little more? Maybe extend a little more. 2. Maybe a little more. Am I asking too much? Stop if I'm asking too much. 1. Slowly come back in. Hold on to the inside of your left heel. You can let go of your right. And slowly start to extend. Can you go more? Can you go more? Can you go more? Tell me when to stop. When you know your limits. Stop now or now. For me, it's right now. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it back in towards you. Can you hold on to both heels and then send your knees out as you pull your heels towards your face? Hold. Can you reach up a little higher? Pull the heels in. 3, 2, 1. Can you hold on to the bottom? So grab onto the bottom of your foot, pull out. Do it with both. Bring it out. 3. It's a little bit, not too much. You're pushing your knees out. 2, pulling the feet towards you. And 1, slowly come back in. Bring the feet back together. And then feet slowly hit the floor. Knees are out around your lower back. Find a good place for your shoulders to be. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Overextending. Where in your life have you given too much of yourself that you don't have enough to give to you? Where are you giving yourself so much to people that you don't know the difference between you and them? The difference between what you want and what they want. The difference between your relationship with God and what He is telling you to do, and what the world is telling you to do, what the people around you are telling you to do, what you think pleasing them would look like. What if you stop overextending yourself to the people around you and rest enough to listen to what God is telling you is for you? What if you rest enough and stop doing so much for everyone around you that you hear God tell you what it is exactly you have always been looking for? Overextending does not lead to love. God loves you already. God already provided. God already showed up. He is already here with you. There's nothing that you have to do in order for Him to be present in your life. You just being you is enough for Him. You don't have to prove anything to Him. You don't need His validation. You don't need His applause. He sees you as the image of Him, perfect in all that you are, in your dark and in your light. There's nothing to prove. There's no need to overextend yourself to God. So if you don't have to overextend yourself to God, then why do you have to do it for the people in your life? Why do you have to do it at work? Why do you have to do it in areas where you feel drained after? If it was from God, you would feel full of love. Anything but that is not from Him. Where are you overextending yourself that it's time to reclaim your power and sit with God, rest in God? No more doing too much. It's okay to rest in His power. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Slowly start to get those knees to come back together. Let's do this together. Day 9 is officially done. Go roll over and grab your journal immediately and write exactly what you felt through this today, what you're leaving on the mat. What are you leaving here? What's going to the trash? What are you taking with you out of this experience, out of what you came into light with you and God right now? What agreement did you make? What did you feel? Oh, today was good. Thank you for coming to your mat. Thank you for showing up for yourself. It made me come for me, and I can't thank you enough for that. Today was really good. I really felt so much opening in my hips. To be honest, guys, I didn't know how much I would really feel from this challenge, but oof, my hips are feeling really nice. Thank you. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow, day 10. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night or whatever it is, but I'll catch you tomorrow. Mwah. These hips are feeling nice.